Sure. I've been asking that question a lot when we watch a bunch of movies here, Nick. I'm like, is this a horror movie or what? And I know like sometimes they're classified in that genre, but it's hard because I don't know. Like, I guess things are horror because there's horrible things that happen in them. But sometimes I'm like, I don't know if this is a horror movie, if it's more just like a intense drama or something like that.
Suspense movie.
Yeah. So think about this. Hitchcock is the master of horror in some circles, and most of his stuff is purely psychological thrillers, suspense, mysteries.
That sort of is like saying Black Sabbath is heavy metal, which they are, but like technically metal went in a whole nother direction.
Right. So just not every film can be, I don't know, full of blood and guts all at every turn. Some things have to do something. It has to be.
We can't edit that out, by the way, not this time.
Some things are just a bit more cerebral, you know. Sometimes it's the psychological thriller. Sometimes it just gets into your mind, and you're like, "What the fuck? My brain just broke." And all of those are technically horror movies.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of this movie? I'm kind of just like, we don't need to go scene by scene and describe every little part, but I'm just interested to know what your favorite part of this movie was, Nick.
I mean, you know, in hindsight, it was definitely the ending scene. You know,
the ending where she cuts
with the raining blood.
The rain.
Yeah, and the chainsaw. I mean, that whole ending scene. Yeah, but up until that scene, I think I really like the needle scene and the scene where they're, you know, Eric is finally possessed, you know, and he walks out and that whole scene there. I think that was really well done. That entire scene.
Yeah.
So yeah, those two scenes, I think.
I did enjoy that they made Eric possessed by it because he was the one that started this fucking shit anyway. So I was glad that they made him the one that's possessed so that David's able to kill him and still at the end save his sister. The final scene, amazing. It's suspense, and like just it wasn't jump scares. It was just intense the entire time. It didn't plateau at any point. It just kept going and going and going. And even at the end, oh my gosh, even though you don't think it would happen,
when her arm falls under the car,
caught under the car and she pulls it out. Oh my gosh, that
was pretty fucking intense.
Oh, that was
awesome.
Fucked up scene. Yeah.
The part that I felt. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, even when, right before that, when she's in the shed trying to get trying to find something to kill it with, and she, you know, pokes the knife through right at, you know, and it goes through her arm or her shoulder or whatever, you know, and it like, she slides it out.
That scene where you see the knife go through and it like slices above her knee or on her leg, and then it hits her in the arm or something the next time, like, I could feel the blade cutting into my knee or whatever when I saw that. It's
not a knife. It's a full on rusted ass machete. So it's like, it's not just a knife. It's like a knife full of grit and raw and it tears your flesh. Not just a cut. It's fucking tears you the fuck up.
Yeah.
And I thought that was amazing. And I loved her ingenuity because even like the fuel for the chainsaw when she wanted to use it was up on top. She did one of these to pull it down, and I'm like, "Thank you. You're being a smart final girl."
And she shivers and dumps it all in there, like it's like.
But that's realistic. Like, how much of a steady hand would you have?
Oh, I know my hand would be very steady.
Like, let me tell you, I would have peed everywhere. I would have been so scared.
That one girl peed on herself. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was gross. It was like very dark yellow pee too. It wasn't like normal pee.
She needs more water.
Yeah, something's wrong with her diet. It was like
too much asparagus.
Oh man.
But I did love the movie, and it ends with her walking through the woods. And I don't know about y'all, but I was like, how is she going to explain that everybody died? Like, she's a drug addict, so you have to imagine that she is a known drug addict. She probably has a criminal record. People knew that they were going into the woods together. It's not like she can just show up and be like, hey, so what's up? People are going to be asking questions. What did you do with your family? Where is everybody?
That's a good point.
So kind of like when we watched, what was it? I Spit on Your Grave. When the woman kills all of her rapists, in the eyes of the law, she just killed a bunch of dudes.
Yeah, she's just a murderer now.
So in this case, she just killed her whole family and set the house on fire.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, according to my extensive research into Satan, nobody has been ever able to convict Satan in any of these atrocities that they blame him for.
Well, I'm sure she didn't go to the authorities. She ended up probably hitchhiking and left somewhere else.
And then what?
I don't know.
She forgot her purse in the river. I saw that, and I was thinking, why did you leave your purse in the river?
First of all, she's only got one hand, so she's going to be a dead giveaway, you know.
She probably died in the woods a couple days later.
Yeah. Aw, Nick.
Let's be real. After all that shit, I just fucking drown myself.
Like the blood loss or the infection, one or the other would have probably killed her the fuck up.
So what do you think saved her, though? Like, because she's now not possessed. It was because he did the ritual and he buried her and that, like, allowed the spirit to get out? Is that what happened?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was the last thing, the blood will rain.
Yeah, and then like
with his fake ass defibrillator, that's not how defibrillators work. They don't restart your heart. I
like that part.
They fix the arrhythmia. They don't restart it.
He stabbed her and then he hooked her up to like some sort of like a battery pack, and it was like
he's like flipping the switch, turning.
I don't know. Yeah,
that young Dr. Frankenstein over here.
But then also I was thinking when he buried her and then he realized like it was good, he started digging up the grave again, and I'm
how many times he hit her with the shovel?
Yeah, right. Like
oh yeah,
right in the head with a shovel.
But you have to think about it. Like, if you knew that what you wanted to do was bury them and then dig them back up, wouldn't you like not bury them that deep? Because all he really needed to do was make sure her heart stopped. And then dug her right back up. He could have performed CPR because what she needed was oxygen.
I don't think she really was that deep, though. I think the whole, like, she probably had like a 3-4 inches of dirt on her face. But who's the demon that comes afterwards that she saws in half? Is that like the girl from the beginning, or what do you think about that?
I don't know.
I thought that was still her.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like a
just like in full demon form. Yeah, just like a version of her.
The demon as a reflection of herself.
Yeah, something like that.
The one that's like crawling and chasing her through the like where the little hole and everything.
Yeah, that one was her. Because it was her, like a double.
Oh.
But it was a reflection, a representation of herself. Oh. What if? Follow me here. What if it's all in her head?
This is Heidi's favorite theory of all horror movies.
The drugs?
Or all movies in general. She's always like, what if it's all in their head?
What if this demon that is a reflection of herself, it's actually herself seeing the damage she's doing to all of the people around her because of her addiction? I'm just saying.
It's the heroin.
It's the heroin.
It's, you know what?
It went down the drain and then she went down the well and then she took a shower. So then it's in her pores.
You could be right. I mean, your theory has made a lot of sense more often than not. So it's all in everybody's head, man. It's all in everybody's head.
No, she killed them. But in her mind, it was the demon, but it could have just been herself.
Sure. Okay. Who knows? I guess.
I don't know. I think
thought
it makes
that
more
the
sense.
demon that was chasing her at the end, I guess I wasn't paying close enough attention, but I thought it was like maybe the demon from the girl from the beginning or something. Like I didn't know who the spirit was. Now that you say it was like a mirror of her, like I kind of I can see where you're, putting that together. But when I first saw it, I was just thinking it was like maybe the girl from the beginning or something else. I don't know. That was my thought.
Yeah, I mean, I can see where that. I can see that how each victim could still be part of the house. Something like that, you mean?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was the same actress. I could be wrong, but I thought it was the same actress. That's made me think it was her.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because the only other actress credited is the woman from the original, because they used her voice, and then they used her voice. The possessed girl from the original.
Oh.
They play back her voice in a couple of scenes when, for example, when she says, "You're gonna die here," they like overlaid some of the other audio from the original movie.
Okay, gotcha.
But then there's another
that's cool.
person that's credited as teenager, and that's the girl that's walking through the forest in the beginning. So that's a completely different girl.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I guess you're right. I don't know. I didn't put two and two together at that time. But yeah, they give you a good feeling of like being chased and trying to get away from something. Like, I think that's the one thing that this movie does do well is and the original did this well too, is that you feel this thing is coming after you and you're hoping that the character on screen or yourself would be able to get up and get away and like, go, move, like it makes you feel that the whole time with the camera movements and the way the actors are looking back at everything or whatever. So I really like that part of it too. It just really makes you feel like part of it. Like you're scared something's coming after you too.
An ever-present sense of dread.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. The original did that for sure. I was watching the original a little bit this afternoon while I was even distracted doing something else. I was playing bass at the same time. But it was playing in the background. And this whole time I'm like, oh my God, this movie is so intense still. Like the original, oh my gosh, it's dread and tension throughout, just like the remake. It's really well done. I really did enjoy it. And I don't like remakes because they usually let me down. This one, amazing. Stands on its own. If it wasn't for the ties to the original, you wouldn't even think about saying, oh, it's remake. I don't want to think about it.
Yeah. Well, again, more like a re-envisioning, reboot kind of thing.
A reboot mostly. Yeah.
The ending obviously ends again with that same like intense music with the Evil Dead like title card again. I like that part makes me really happy. But yeah, and that chainsaw scene where she cuts her like Mortal Kombat style, like cuts her head,
cuts
and you see the two like
so awesome.
Yeah, you see the two heads
and they
like
drag it out.
Fatality.
Yeah. She's like the chainsaw.
Yeah, it was amazing. She's getting chainsawed in the face while there's blood raining down. I mean, amazing.
Think about how
scene.
you're gonna, you don't have that scene filmed. Think about how you're gonna do that scene without making it look stupid. How are you going to say, okay, the demon's going to be hanging there, with the chainsaw through its head, and the girl's going to be standing there like this, and you got to make it look cool. That's not easy to do, for sure.
Blood.
And they did a great job.
Yeah, they did an amazing job.
Right, yeah. And again, I don't know who was really credited. You said it was probably like a Sam Raimi type production or something maybe? Or
I don't know. I was talking about the original.
Oh, the original, right.
I know that for this movie, they the part that I do remember is they used like 70,000 gallons of fake blood.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Most of it, 50,000 gallons of it, in that final scene.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, that raining part would have been a lot, yeah. Cool. Well, yeah, this movie was fun. I mean, again, I really enjoyed watching it again. I was kind of like amped up to do this and see, especially since we knew that we were going to have you on here,
because we miss you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
And then we've been meaning to, really get you on one of these episodes for so long.
Since the beginning.
It's just made sense,
Yeah, this is cool.
We actually just watched It Follows recently, which is another movie that Nick and I had watched back when we were in the warehouse.
You guys get all the romantic stuff.
That was
jealous.
A cool movie.
Yeah. We saw so many movies in the month of October, and unfortunately weren't able to podcast for every single one of them.
It was like moving month at the same time.
We watched one horror movie every single night, 31 days of Halloween, basically. And it was fun because there was a lot of good ones that we saw in there. A couple shit ones,
some really good ones too.
Have you heard of anything else new coming out that you're interested in or anything like that?
Horror?
Yeah.
No. I mean, it's definitely slowed down, you know, since the pandemic. But
well, you know, they're making a new Halloween.
Oh, you know what? Wait, there was one.
What?
That came out. I believe it was on Netflix not too long ago. And we'll come back to that Halloween thing in a sec. It was called. What was it called? Okay, it was definitely a different movie, but I thought it was pretty cool. It was well done. Two African refugees.
Yes.
What was it called?
His House or something like that?
His House.
We watched that. Yeah.
Oh,
was that one of our
my God.
October movies?
We didn't even finish it because somebody fell asleep.
What?
I don't want to say who.
What? Are you sure?
It doesn't sound like him at all, does it, Nick?
No. What?
But it was so good. Like, you're unsettled the entire time. And, like, your heart drops. You know what also was good? This movie on Shudder called Host. And it's 4 girls on a Zoom call that do a seance.
Yeah.
That one was fucking creepy.
Did you see
4
that?
girls on a Zoom call.
That do a seance.
Sounds so scary. No, I haven't heard of it.
Well, don't watch it.
That's
then.
good?
It was so good. Like, I don't get freaked out in scary movies. Like, I watch a scary movie as my background noise, or sometimes I'll watch a scary movie to go to sleep. So I'm not really flustered by a scary movie. This movie, I had to watch it with the lights on, and I did not go to sleep right after. Like, I had to watch, like, Bob's Burgers or something afterwards. Like, I couldn't fall asleep because I was so scared. But it's like a seance, but it's over Zoom, and during a time where you're only doing Zoom calls, like, it was scary.
Well, yeah, I didn't watch that one with her. She actually watched it with some of her coworkers on a Zoom call.
That might have been the problem.
It was Zoom calling while watching a movie about Zoom calling. But yeah, we did see the other one, that His House one, mm-hmm. and then we also. Well, like I said, we watched like 31 movies in October, but one that I know we watched recently also, I don't know if it was that good. Well, no, actually, The Collector. I thought that was pretty cool. Really did you see that one?
Collector is one of my favorite movies.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. Collector's awesome. I've seen it's a trilogy.
Yeah, there's more than one. We just watched the first one.
I only saw The Collector for the first time ever recently. And I'm in love with it.
It's an amazing movie. So good.
Makes me want to get a box.
So good.
I'm reading The Collector now. Like, I have the book.
Box, yeah.
Box.
Yeah, you know.
It might be a good book, yeah.
Makes me want to, get a box, a couple padlocks, and just...
You don't know where I keep the machete.
A jar of moths. I'm going to keep some pet moths.
Oh, right. Yeah. The moths. Yeah. That was a good one, man. Yeah. We watched that one.
So what we mean is you're welcome to do any movie with us at any time.
I'm down.
We've just been watching like so many horror movies that I don't know.
You know what what we recently saw was the Leatherface movie.
It's another remake we didn't like. Not remake.
It was
prequel.
It's a couple of years old, but like Texas Chainsaw Massacre of 1974 is my all-time favorite horror movie. So I was so disheartened when I saw Leatherface, especially since it didn't make any fucking sense. And I looked like a conspiracy theorist because I literally wrote out the Sawyer family tree on a piece of paper, trying to link everybody and see what movies made sense with what, and went down this rabbit hole because Leatherface, the movie, was so fucking stupid.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
You said you wanted to say something about the Halloween movie, the new one coming up.
Oh yeah, Halloween. No, I didn't know about a new Halloween movie.
I didn't either.
It's called it's called Halloween Kills. It's coming out this year.
Who's directing it?
It's John Carpenter produced. I don't know if he's directing it. It's Jamie Lee Curtis, and it picks up right where the last one left off. You know, the last one where
last one when she's a grandma?
Yeah. Did you see that one?
Was the last one the second Rob Zombie one? Because that's the last one.
They had another one that came out in like 2019.
Yeah, when she's older.
She's like older. She's like a grandma. She has a daughter, and then the daughter has a daughter. So it's like a.
Oh my god!
And she does this whole like, Linda Hamilton like T2 thing where she's like.
She's got a compound now.
She's like, and she's got guns.
She's got guns. She's trained. She's got it's crazy. But
oh man,
they ended up. Whatever. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I didn't think it was like the best, but it was. And I mean, most of these remakes and franchises, I always end up saying that the only one I really truly like is the original, the first one.
Yes. I love the original Halloween movies, but I'm also very partial to Rob Zombie movies, so I really did enjoy his Halloween remake. Not part 2 because I'm sorry, Rob Zombie, that was stupid.
Again,
but I did enjoy the Halloween remake Rob Zombie did, the part 1.
Yeah. But anyways, if you keep your eyes open, there's another Halloween coming out, and if you want to go back and see that other one, it was all right. It was. I don't know. I kind of still dug it.
I mean, it was cool, but it was like scary funny, kind of like, because I did keep thinking of Terminator, like
yeah, because
Terminator 2 specifically.
Yeah, okay, so she's the grandmother in this movie. I guess the daughter, you could call her, was brought up in a situation where she was trained, and she resents Jamie Lee Curtis basically because she's like, you made me had to do all these things and learn how to shoot guns and do all this, and I just want to be a regular person.
But lo and behold, it helps her out in the end.
Yeah, it helps her out in the end. Yep.
Of course.
But I don't know. Yeah, it's I've yet to see really a good original horror movie that was like recent. I would say made recently, whatever, like a really good one. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm still waiting.
I thought It Follows was definitely a good original movie. Yeah,
but that was still
and it's hard.
A while ago. When did
it was a while ago? Yeah, and honestly, that's since then. I mean, there really hasn't been much.
They've been good horror movies.
When it comes to original ideas,
not an original idea. Like I'm just waiting for somebody to say we're remaking Captain Planet, because it's like they keep redoing everything over and over again. It's like my childhood in different cycles.
Yeah, right.
Like they're doing a He-Man, right?
I don't know.
They're doing another He-Man, and
to be honest with you, I have no idea.
I hope he has a page boy.
What do you guys think of It?
The It movies. So we watched them. We haven't done an episode on them, but we watched them. I honestly didn't think that. I don't know. There was too much CGI in it that it felt funny to me. I like the first one better than the part 2, maybe, I think, out of the new ones, but it just, I don't know. I really didn't feel like the It character scared me the way the original clown did, Right. He was all like cute and cuddly sound. He's like, beep, beep, Richie.
Pennywise, when he was Tim Curry, amazing.
Beep, beep, Richie. He's like, you're like, oh my God, I don't want to get caught anywhere with this guy. But this new one, he was kind of giggly.
It's because it seems like, in the original, he's just kind of like the scary old man who's a clown, and that's even more scary than kind of like
that's like
a demonic
all the way.
fantasy. Like Gacy or something. Exactly. Yeah. So like something you come across on the street, and when you see all this CGI, especially when it comes out of the TV and stuff, it doesn't seem so real anymore, and it just doesn't seem as scary.
Yeah. Right. There was a scene in this part 2, that it was like the old lady. who's naked running at you, and then it just got all goofy. You know, it was like.
I didn't see it.
Oh,
yeah,
you
I didn't see it, but I remember that
for
in
like the
preview.
first 2 frames. You're like, oh my god, this crazy old lady's coming at me, and then all of a sudden, I felt like I was in like one of those like amusement park rides where like something pops out at you, and you're like, oh, with the 3D glasses on, doing that little thing where you're in the, you know, the rides that they have at amusement parks. That's what I felt like when I was watching it. I don't know.
That's funny.
didn't like chapter 2.
Yeah.
I wish it could have, I don't know, been more, the adults would have been more realistic.
They would have been more realistic.
Yeah. Like the Pennywise wasn't the issue for me in chapter 2. The adults were the issue for me because they were such well-formed characters when they were kids. Like when they made chapter 1, the characters they all had backgrounds, they all had, you know, goals, they all had their own fears, they all had everything. And then as an adult, they were all just bland characters. It's like, I'm the girl, so I'm going to do girl stuff. Oh, I used to be scared. Now I'm not going to be scared. Oh, I used to be weakling, so therefore I am strong. And it's like they didn't really develop the characters as I wish they would have, considering we invested so much in the children in chapter 1.
Sure. Yeah. Nick, have you ever seen Tokyo Gore Police?
No.
Guess what I got for Christmas?
If you want to see some
Tokyo
shit that's
Gore
got some
Police.
fucking crazy shit in it, you should watch.
Tokyo Gore Police. I've been looking for it for such a long time, and Stefan gave it to me for Christmas, and it's one of my favorite movies. It is the stupidest fucking movie ever. It's got nasty special effects. It has a disgusting premise. There's a woman whose vagina turns into an alligator. It is awesome.
What?
Yeah. You might want to check it
God.
out. It's not so much a horror movie in the sense that it's like over the top crazy. It's like some anime come to life, but it's like you got this whole like weird element where people are mutated and shit. Yeah, there's like
There are mutants in the future, and there's a task force charged with eliminating them.
right, yeah.
Oh my God.
But
It is
they
amazing, Nick. You have to watch it.
yeah, you should just
If you watch all this crazy shit,
All right.
you have to watch it.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll check it out
Super
for
good.
sure. Did you guys do? I feel like you did. Did you do the John Carpenter's The Thing?
Thing, yeah, we did the thing. Yes,
You
we
did.
actually had a friend of ours on for that one. That was a
Yeah,
Bloody
we
Chambers
did.
episode.
We had my friend on
Right.
as a guest for it. It was amazing. I hadn't seen it before the episode, so I was like, "Oh my god, this movie's the shit!"
Oh, that's cool.
Oh my god, Kurt Russell is hot.
He was drinking.
He was drinking J&B.
J&B
Yeah, he
too.
was.
Yeah,
I always think of it when I drink J&B.
nice. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Yeah, he had the J&B.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good movie. I like that one a lot. We were supposed to
Awesome
watch
special effects.
The Thing originally, I think, right? But we ended up watching The Fog by accident.
Do not watch The Fog. It's so
Accident.
stupid.
Yeah, well, it was something where we're like, we're supposed to watch a John Carpenter movie. I think it's The Thing. No, wait, it's The Fog. I don't know. And we ended up watching The Fog, and we were like, oh, this is.
Oh, John Carpenter's The Fog?
yeah. It was-
If you listen to or watch the episode that we did on The Fog, like halfway through the episode, we're like, okay, this movie's just so stupid. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
yeah. You know what, though? That's the good thing about it. Like, sometimes, you know, these movies are good and sometimes they're not. Like, sometimes I feel like that some people just like, oh my God, they're so good. They're so classic just because they were like a part of their history, you know, like they're like, oh, I saw it when I was a kid and it means so much. But like you go back and you watch it again as an adult and sometimes shit does not really, you know, carry over.
Like Firestarter was the first horror movie I ever watched, or I remember watching, and it's Drew Barrymore, and she's pyrokinetic, so she can start fires with her mind. And I love that introduced me to horror movies. But I know.
Is that the one where she's hurling fireballs at the barn or
Yes.
something?
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember that movie.
Nick.
That was a good movie.
So this movie, I know, will not hold up to today's standards. I know that I'm not going to be like, oh, this movie's amazing. Because I know I'm able to separate nostalgia from what works now.
I was going to ask you a question, Nick. And I don't know if I've ever asked you this before or not, but what was your first horror movie? Like, what was something that really made an impact on you, maybe as a child or something?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I watched a lot of movies really young.
Is there one that stands out the most, or has like a bigger impact on you, or something like that?
Oh yes, there's one. One movie I saw when I was a kid. It's called Species. Ever seen that movie?
Natasha, whatever her name is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Henstridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching that when it came out, and I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck?"
I don't really know if I remember much of
she-
that movie. I probably saw it once when I was younger, but I don't know if I remember it.
You wouldn't have been
much.
allowed to watch that movie because that's the kind of movie that you can watch it with a girl if you want to, but at the end of the day you want to kick her out of the room and then watch it by yourself later for some quality time.
Yeah, but I think
there's a lot of nudity.
I think when that came out, I was like at a time where I had a friend who was able to, like, I know my household was a little bit strict and they wouldn't let me watch shit around my house, but at a friend's house I could watch anything, and I think that's one that we got together and watched at his place. I don't know, I can't remember it though.
There was a scene I just remember specifically where she's like in the she needs to mate, she needs to, like, spread her seed or whatever. She's
Spread her seed.
Yeah, she's trying to have a baby, yeah, right. And she's in the pool with this dude, and they're making out, swimming and stuff, and then I think she sticks her tongue through the back of his head or something, and kills him.
Okay, that sounds about right.
And shoots this. I don't know. I just remember that, and then there's a scene where she cocoons on the train and then she comes out and kills everybody, and she grows up, right? She turns into an adult, and then some scene. I feel like it's who's in it? It's like.
What is it, Natasha
like,
Henstridge?
Yeah, that's the only person that I know.
That's the only person I remember.
It's the dude from. Is it the dude from? I feel like the main guy is the guy from Reservoir Dogs.
You're talking about Michael Madsen or
Michael Madsen.
Harvey
Michael Madsen.
Keitel?
I believe Michael Madsen is the main guy.
We just watched Reservoir Dogs.
It is Michael
recently.
Madsen. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And Ben Kingsley is in it.
Really? In Species?
Yeah. And
Wow.
Oh, he's
Alfred
the doctor
Molina
or
and
something,
Forrest Whitaker and wow.
That's right.
Awesome. I haven't seen it in a long time. I need to check it back out.
Me neither.
Forrest Whitaker's in a bunch of movies just because he ended up showing up at the wrong edition.
I like his eyes are like.
He didn't know which door to walk through, so he went into one, and they're like, "All right, yeah, we'll put you in the movie."
I don't know if that's like an anecdote or if that's real.
What do you mean? His eyes look two different ways.
That's a
Have
bad
you ever
joke.
seen
That's
him?
what it is.
You can look at two different cameras. He's like a chameleon, It's like
That's so mean.
Forrest Whitaker's like, just shoot me from any angle, man. I can catch the camera.
I got you. That's mean.
Oh my
My eyes look like that when I drink too much.
Oh yeah. So let's see.
What movies?
What about you?
Yeah.
What about me? Well, we talked about this in our early episodes where we were like trying to like give us our back history on stuff like that. And for me, as crazy as it sounds, as stupid as it sounds, when I was a kid, the one movie that scared the shit out of me but also felt so real was the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. And that's because, I don't know, I lived in a place where there was an Elm Street literally a mile down the road. So as a, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 9-year-old kid, I just was like, oh my God, Freddy really lives there. And like, I never actually saw the full movie, but it was just, something. Well, actually, I do remember my uncles were watching something on TV one night, and it was a Nightmare on Elm Street movie. I don't remember which one, but I saw enough of it to where like it really like, I don't know, resonated with me. And then we had a basement in our house, and in the house, you go down in the basement and around the corner, and we had a little like fireplace. So because of all of that, it was so close to the Freddy franchise, I guess, that one really like made an impact on me as a kid. And that, I don't know, but like I do remember being able to watch a couple of these like traditional 80s horror movies, such as like some of the Jasons or Halloweens or Puppet Master or Chopping Mall, shit like that. So I don't know. Freddy's really the first one that sort of scared me. But again, it wasn't because I watched the movie per se. It was more because of the whole entity just felt realistic to me. I'm trying to think about like what's the real like first horror movie that I don't know. I did enjoy a lot of the originals, such as like Exorcist and things like that. Yeah.
I just remembered another one too. The Sixth Sense.
The Sixth Sense, yeah.
Remember when that came out? That was pretty.
That was pretty good. Have you ever seen The Reanimator?
Reanimator. That sounds familiar.
We watched this. We did an episode on this recently too, but there's some fucking crazy shit in it that you might enjoy it for some of the shock value in it.
I know what scene you mean.
What is it? What's about?
There's a guy who figures out how to
reanimate the dead.
Yeah, he reanimates the dead. He brings people back to life with this like secret ooze. It's like a green like shit that he injects into people.
Serum,
yeah, it's a serum. But he's like hell bent on trying to create. The problem is that he can reanimate stuff, but then it dies after like a certain amount of time.
It gets very violent and
yeah, like it can't. It's not stable.
Oh yeah.
But
you should watch it. I don't want to tell you the scene.
Let's
You're
just
gonna
say
enjoy it.
There's a very, very shock value scene in that.
Let me just tell you this. That scene, the actor who filmed that scene, his wife in real life, divorced him because of that scene.
Damn.
Yeah.
So go watch it.
Damn. I'm trying to think of that poor wife that was married to the guy who did Serbian film. Well, she must have felt after. She probably never even saw the movie.
Yeah, that's a movie that I don't think you like tell your family to go check you out. I got a cast
my
in this
resume.
role. Just come check me out.
Oh, because I know the premise, but I haven't watched it.
Yeah, so many. I think right now it's getting to the point where there's so much like talk behind it that like you can watch YouTube videos where people are doing reactions or whatever, you know? So I think it's going to get a little bit diluted over time because of that. But if you don't know anything about it and you just watch this movie, you pop it in, it's like, you know, it's the wildest ride you can really go on, I think.
I'm going to watch it. I think I'll watch it for Valentine's Day.
That bass line, that bass line?
In the movie. Yeah.
In the movie, yeah. That's a good riff right there. That's a cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. I haven't seen it since I think me and you watched it at least twice or three times together, right?
Wait, this is the movie that's on the list that movies that you shouldn't watch more than once?
Right, yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, we watched it together.
You guys are broken.
We gotta analyze it, you know.
Then we had to watch it again. And then we had to make Kai watch it, and then
right. And then we had to watch it again to watch.
Yeah, when we made Kai watch it, I think that's when he was like, I think I'm done with these guys.
We broke.
That was it.
He stopped hanging out with us after that. I'm pretty sure that was it.
After that, he cut all ties. He's like,
figured it out.
Yeah, that was it right there.
I think the first horror movie we watched together was The Babadook, though, right?
Yes, that was a good one. I like that.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
We never watched that.
Did you guys do an
together,
episode on that?
Actually, yes.
Oh wait, we did. Sorry. Hey, we watch so many things. Like I can't.
How do you not remember every minute? Yeah, no, we watched it.
I feel like you did an episode on it.
We didn't do that,
no,
Babadook,
but we
yet.
have mentioned it before because one of the first movies we watched together was The Babadook, and he specifically told me he watched it with you.
Yeah. Did you see Hereditary or Midsommar or any of those Ari Aster films?
No.
The Hereditary movie is actually really good. We haven't done an episode on it yet, technically. We attempted at one time when we were in the beginning phases of getting this podcast going, but it was like we didn't have our format ready yet, and we didn't have our audio system proper, so our quality was a little low, and we sort of just like never put that one out. But Hereditary is another movie that I think, at least for the modern movies that have come out, that one is one that's pretty intense and pretty well done. And it's going to make you be like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, there's some... Even still, like, I think the first watch, you're not going to get it. Like, I feel like I need to go back and watch it again just to really understand it.
There's definitely some heart-dropping moments in that movie.
Yeah. I don't think Midsommar, it was as good. And also it was very much like a modern day version of the Wicker Man, the original Wicker Man.
That's actually what I said on the Wicker Man episode was.
So that one I wasn't too impressed with, but the Hereditary movie was pretty intense. And if you haven't seen that, that's a good one to check out.
Should I gotta write these down?
Yeah.
We'll make you a list.
We'll make you a list.
You got to start with Tokyo Gore Police.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Let's see.
All right, favorite jump scare movie.
Let's see.
I have an answer.
What's yours?
For mine. So I'm usually pretty good with movies, but there is one movie that made me scream out loud in a movie theater. And that was Annabelle. And it's not the scariest movie, but because of this one particular jump scare, that shit fucked me up.
Mm-hmm. Which one was it?
It was the one where she's down in the basement in the storage area, and this demon is coming, and then it's suddenly on the ceiling. That part, it scared the fuck out of me. Like, I audibly yelled in the movie theater.
Yeah, that's a really tough question for me. I don't know, because the problem is that I feel jump scares coming a mile away, so it hardly ever affects me. And I feel like there was one that got me recently. And do you remember? Like, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Was it?
It was funny because we're watching this movie, and suddenly Stefan like literally jumps from this scare.
Yeah.
And,
wow.
And it was so shocking that we had to pause the movie and just crack up for a good few minutes because you don't ever expect that. What was it
though?
It wasn't It Follows?
No, definitely. I've seen that before, so I knew that. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, something got me recently where I was like, shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's really tough for me to
Watch
answer.
it have been like The Croods, because we watched that too.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it's a little too tough for me to answer. The problem is that I watch movies hoping that they get me. And the problem, I see it, like I feel it, and I'm like, all right, here it comes. So when it happens, I'm already anticipating it. Like, and anytime a mirror opens and somebody's going to close the mirror, like a medicine cabinet or whatever, like, or
Mama.
Was that the one?
Mm-hmm. Mama. That's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Mama. Oh wait, Mama. I got a jump scare.
What part?
In that part? Which part was it?
Because it's that like moth or something, or mold on the wall, and it just, I don't remember what the jump scare was, but that was the movie we were watching.
Maybe. I guess that might have been it. I don't know. Again, it has to catch me off guard, and it doesn't normally do that. So I like it if it.
That was a cool movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was a cool movie. I like that style that Benicio Guillermo
the other Del Toro.
Not Benicio. Guillermo. Yeah, I'm like Guillermo.
Yeah, he did one of my favorite movies, like Pan's Labyrinth. It's one of my
Yeah.
favorite movies. It's so good. He's really
Crimson Peak. Crimson Peak was really good.
This is a little off topic, but browsing through random Instagram fucking profiles, I saw this like tattoo model chick with that Pan's Labyrinth tattoo. You know, the guy with the eyeballs in his hands. But she had the tattoo down here.
Oh.
So like, yeah. I don't know. It was a little weird.
Is she
Wow.
celibate now? Because that's scary as fuck.
Yeah. No, I'm sure she's lesbian.
Still. Like, that's scary as shit.
Yeah, but it was a little...
Like,
I'd like to see it, though.
It's a creepy-ass guy. And he eats children, so...
Actually, I just remembered there's one horror movie that I cannot remember what it is, but it was the scariest thing that I had ever seen. And the reason why is because this guy, it basically starts, I don't know what happened. There was a movie where there's a scene, this guy opens the door and there's this super hot chick right there. And then they start making out and going at it, and it's all hot and heated. And
that wasn't a horror movie.
And then all of a sudden, like, he's going down, she's going down on him. And then he looks up, and it's not a she anymore. It's like a demon, but like a dude. Yeah, and I remember the name of it, and I believe the thing bites his dick off.
Oh, yeah, we've seen this.
No. I don't think we've seen this.
Well,
because
I've seen that.
Have you?
Yeah, I've seen this.
It was so scary and shocking to me because I was like, oh my God, that's the worst thing ever. You're like looking down, you see this hot chick going down on you. All of a sudden, you look up and look back again, and it's like this demon. Like,
I've seen that.
Have you?
It wasn't like a nightmare you had, was it?
I've seen that.
Well, while you think about that,
although I hesitate googling girl going down on guy and ripping.
Have you ever seen this movie? This is an old movie that came out a long time ago, and as a kid, it scared me. It was about this. This is all I could remember from the movie. There's a young girl who's goes to sleep in her bedroom at night, and there's a cat that like gets on her chest and like breathes. No, not a cat. No, wait. There's a little like gnome or a little like troll comes out of a little hole, and he climbs up onto the girl and he like takes the breath out of her. But I think there's a cat involved too.
What is it, Nick? What movie is it?
I have no idea. Leprechaun?
No. It's not Leprechaun. But the thing is sort of like a tiny little leprechaun. He comes out of this little like mouse hole, and he's trying to kill the girl in her bedroom every night. And something stops him. And I think the cat comes and like saves the girl. But the very end of the movie, when she does realize there's this, he has like a little like swervy dagger. It's like a, like a knife that's only like tiny little thing, but it's like
is he like a lawn gnome?
Yeah, it had a little like swerve to the blade. And like at the end of the movie, her or the cat hit the little gnome guy, and he goes flying into a fan that doesn't have like a really, like it's an old school fan, and he gets chopped up in the fan blades.
You sure there's not a Goosebumps movie? Like,
yeah, that's what I thought. The lawn gnome Goosebumps episode. Yeah.
This is, I swear, this is like it's not a Goosebumps movie, but.
Well, I have a movie that terrifies me to this day, and I don't know what the movie is. In the movie, there's a scene where this girl is in the shower and the steam has fogged up the mirror in the bathroom, and she goes to wipe it off, and there's this figure in black behind her. And the figure kind of looks like, do you remember in Beetlejuice when the Dietzes, they disfigure their face and the dude has his face all long? They kind of look like that. They kind of look like Spy versus Spy from Mad TV. I can't remember what the movie is, but I still cannot wipe the fog off of the mirror. Like, I have to open the door to the bathroom, let that shit happen naturally. And what movie is it?
I found out my movie. I don't know
what movie is it?
The one it's actually called Cat's Eye, and it's got Drew Barrymore in it.
Oh my god!
It's based on a Stephen King book. I'm telling you. I wish I could show you guys the trailer. James Woods, Drew Barrymore. Anywho, I had
That's funny.
saw that as a child, and that kind of like freaked me out too for a little bit. I mean, you know, those aren't ones that really are super horror, but they, you know, they did the trick as a kid, you know. That's the thing that I miss right now.
Remember.
I feel like that I don't get scared, and I watch them for other reasons now, but there's like a part of me that kind of misses like how scared I used to get at certain movies when I was a kid, just because of like, you know.
Yeah, it's like believing in Santa Claus. You know, I wish I didn't know Santa Claus wasn't.
Yeah,
you know,
it's a good analogy there. Yeah.
But
What do you mean? Santa Claus isn't real?
oh
Nice.
shit!
What?
There's a. Have you guys seen Shudder?
Yeah, we have Shudder, the app. Yeah.
Probably not the app.
Oh, not the app.
No, the movie.
Yeah. Well,
Wait, there's a movie
no,
called
I
Shudder.
I was thinking of Shutter Island, but no, I haven't seen just Shutter.
I believe it. It's the movie I always think about when I think about jump scares, because I think it's my worst jump scare movie.
Shutter, like
it's not in English.
SHUDDER?
Shutter like a camera, TT.
Okay.
And it's
I seen
I want to say it's like
Shutters.
Malaysian.
So there's two. There's one from 2008 with Joshua Jackson, and there's one from 2004 with Ananda Everingham.
What's the first one?
2008 with Joshua Jackson. He's Pacey from Dawson's
No.
Creek.
No, it's not an English movie. Oh, my thing's not hooked up. I can't look it up. It's not an English movie. It's like some Asian Malaysian movie, but it came out a long time ago. It's not a newer movie.
Okay.
But it's this girl. I think she's or no, it's the guy. He's a photographer, and he's I think his girlfriend dies, or there's this girl that died, and at the school, and he's trying to bring her back. I want to say, I don't know, I can't remember. You know, it's not English, so it's hard to. But basically, it's she's there, and she's always there. Whenever he takes a picture, she's like there, right? And it's
That sounds.
it was it was well done. It was a cool concept. It was a cool movie. It's an awesome jump scare movie, and it might scare the hell out of you if you're not expecting it. But
I'll have to check it out
you guys should watch
I'll
it.
put it on when Stefan's not sleepy.
When is that?
When is that? Hey, at least it's justified, right?
I don't remember that time.
Right. When she first like met me, she thought that like I was just, bored. I was like, no, I have this condition. Trust me, like
He won't
you
go
gotta
to the
talk to my
doctor.
friends. Like,
You should start introducing yourself as a narcoleptic.
Yeah, I mean,
I am.
For real.
I think so
I think
too.
you are.
yeah, whatever.
Hey Nick, come over for not an intervention.
Yeah.
That's great. I don't know if you want to. We'll probably maybe wrap this up pretty soon, and then just maybe we can get you on again on another episode, something else.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
It's good to have a third person in, and we get to like bounce different ideas off of one another, and it's fun having guests on.
Absolutely. It's good to see you.
Yeah, definitely. We've been wanting to have more and more guests on, and originally it was hard because we were in our own studio trying to bring people there. And then now we're forced to do the Zoom thing, which is, it's not so bad.
Well, we'll see how the recording comes out.
We'll see how it comes out. But everybody's doing the same setup now. So I think the audience isn't going to be as critical when it comes to, the final product. So, but yeah, man, I'm really glad that you could join us on this. And anytime, any movie, whatever, just give us a heads up, and we'll get you on again, man.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Well, thanks for having me. It was awesome. It was good seeing you guys.
It's great to see you.
And hopefully we can see you in person soon too, sometime. We should definitely try to link up. And,
y'all should come over because we could be inside and be socially distant, and I can cook.
Yeah,
we've got a nice big living room now, so and a backyard and shit.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
so, we'd love to see the house.
Grill and everything outside. I mean, be responsible.
Nice.
Let's do it.
Let us know.
Definitely.
Cool, man. Well, let's go ahead and wrap this up. I think this episode's over. Like, I know my recording is at least over 2 hours now.
Oops.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah. All right,
the
fine.
first 30 minutes is just.
We'll cut Nick's bad joke. That's fine.
We'll cut your bad joke out. We'll get some time back from that.
Okay. Deal.
All right, man. Cool, brother. Well, you be good. Be safe out there. Hit us up anytime. Like I said, you're always welcome.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thank you, guys.
Take care.
All right,
we'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.
Later.
All right.
Bye.
Later.
All right. How do we do this?
How do you close this?
How do we close this?
Awkward goodbye.
And that was the homie Nick. If you guys enjoy the episode, let us know. And if you want to be a guest, you know what? Just drop us an email. hello@icecreampodcast.com.
Yeah, reach out, follow us on all the social media platforms. It goes without saying these days, but it does help to, point people in the right direction. So click the notification bell.
And BYOB.
Bring your own
beverages
of choice. And just
we'll see you next time.
Yeah, we'll see you next time. We love you guys. Be safe.
Okay, bye.